Welcome to Vib3sTV, you guys. As always, music for the masses. It's your Brohseph, Vaughn, Johseph. I am here today with a very special guest. Some guy that I used to know way back in the day when I first came to LA. AlfonZo Rachel. What's up? How you doing today?
Good, man. I'm like, who? Who, me?
That guy back there behind the other camera. No. So tell us about 20-pound Sledge, man. You're getting ready to go to South by Southwest, I understand. You're going to be down there playing, and
yeah,
that's massive.
Yeah, hopefully, yeah, it is massive. People know it's a big gig, and hopefully it'll be a big gig for us. We got the call from Billy Milano,
really,
of MOD and SOD. And for those who may not know who they are, they're probably familiar with Anthrax. SOD and MOD were a little bit more underground. And Billy Milano put together like this super group, with a couple members from Anthrax and Nuclear Assault, like back in the day. So, but anyway, he reached out to me and says, "Hey man, I'm doing South by Southwest. I'd like to book you guys." I'm like, "Okay, yeah, let's do it, man." So, and yeah, so it looks like we're gonna be doing it.
Nice, nice. I used to listen to MOD when I was in high school, man. Yeah, I like those guys. Anthrax was just here in concert.
Yeah.
Was it Saturday? I think it was, or Friday, or something like that.
Right.
With some other bands, but yeah, that's awesome, man. That's big news. Congratulations on that. I'm sure you have a great time. Right. So, what prompted the band to come together? I know I read the bio about the construction and all that stuff, but for the people out there that don't know, how did it all come to fruition?
Oh man, it's still a work in progress as it is, but we've been at it since 2012 was our first show, September. And it was a long search, man, because I came out to LA, had a job doing this commentary work that I do. That was like in 2008, and hit the ground running. Started looking for players for this band, And I didn't want to be like the typical, Hollywood band. I didn't want to do that cliche, and all about self-glorification and look at us, we're rock stars and singing about sex, drugs, rock and roll, or a bunch of emo butthurt or whatever. We want to do something different, which everybody says, but we really want to do something different. And so to try to find players for that, man, it was a long search, man. Just this, search for finding players that, it's like, no, man, I see what you're talking about. We're not about, getting up on stage and trying to, make it all about ourselves,
right.
And whatnot. And so it took like 4 years to find, the players to even start with, before we can get out there and start gigging. I started looking in 2008, played our first gig in 2012, we've gone through a guitar player, we've gone through 2 singers. Right now we're getting ready to hit South by Southwest with a new singer, and hopefully that turns out to be good. His name's Andre. He was with Fishbone. He was a trumpet and co-singer with Fishbone. Played keyboards, in the time. So he's got some cred, and hopefully he'll bring a pretty good some gusto to 20-pound Sledge.
Yeah, that's excellent, man. That's excellent. You've also worked on a film recently.
Gosnell. Little horror story. Well, not little. This
full on.
This is a house of horrors, man. It's like sorry, I keep brushing my face, man. I feel like I got some lint on my face. Like I can see it out of the corner of my eyes. Like, I'm gonna get you one of these swipes. I'm gonna get you. Yeah, this house of horrors that this guy had, Kermit Gosnell. He ran an abortion facility, and this guy's killed like thousands, of babies, man, and not only not only like late term, he was like having them born,
right?
It's like one would argue it's not a viable human being until it's born. It's like, okay, well, if minutes just before birth, I don't know how a kid is any different minutes before birth than right after.
The outside,
inside the womb, minutes before birth, not a human being. Outside, it's a human being. It's like, I don't understand that logic. But anyway, that's because it's not logical.
It's not logical. That's why you don't understand it.
So, man, he was killing these kids, man. Right. He was killing. It's like, sorry for it being graphic, but, his method of killing them was, with taking the scissors, punching them in the back of the head, and severing their spinal cord. saline solution, basically burning them from the inside out, or just take them on a shelf, put them up there, and leave them to die.
Right.
So this guy was, and he was using these kids, man. He would use them for live, not live, they were dead, but he was using them for bait. He had a house, on the East Coast. And he would use the kids as bait for crab pots, man, like catching crab. This guy was a psycho. He was like the Hannibal Lecter of the abortion industry.
That is disgustingly terrible.
Is a terrible guy, man. And it's like, and the thing is that it started off. It was a drug bust,
right?
Because his staff, were dealing out prescription drugs, illegally. He had underage staff, unqualified staff, doing abortion procedures, right? So when they came in and busting for the drugs, they noticed, like, man, your facility is nasty, man. You got cats running around here. It smells like pee. Right. Smells like cat doo doo, right? It's like, and there's bags all over the place, and you come to find that these bags are literally body bags. Yeah. It was a bloody mess. I'm not. When I say bloody, I'm not talking. It was a bloody mess. I'm saying it was a bloody mess, right?
Proper.
So, and the media wouldn't touch it. None of the doctors, they wouldn't touch it. Media wouldn't touch it because they didn't want their credibility. They have to stick to the narrative.
Right.
You don't say nothing about abortion, right? So, but it was because of the drug bust that it came wide open. And even after that, media, where you at? Where you at, media? And so, the ones who did Frack Nation and Micklehenney and Phelan McAleer, along with John Sullivan and Magdalena Segeda, they went ahead and said, we're putting this together. Got together with Andrew Clavin, got together with Nick Searcy, and they put this movie together, man, and they said, we're going to tell this story.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's mental. That is insane. I find so much, like I live in London now, obviously, just outside, and I don't watch as much. Well, I don't have access to news like I would when I was here. I still have my staples, the major cable outlets, like your CNNs and Fox and so on, so I can see those. I've noticed that politics and just the media in general have just completely lost their minds here, to put it lightly. I'll just come out and say it. What do you think is the reason why Donald Trump is so popular in the Republican or the conservative or the right side of the political aisle? And to me, he's always seemed like a caricature, I mean, with all due respect to him, but he doesn't seem like someone that would even want to be a president. And it's almost as if he's there to just start something up, and then come October, he's going to be like, you know what, I'm not even really trying to run for president. I just wanted to make you guys really see how vile and, angry you can get. I'm going back to my hotel's peace.
Man, I don't think that's far off. The thing is, he's having the success, in my opinion. He's having the success that he's had is because he's laid the groundwork for it in what conservatives and the Republican Party have been missing.
Right.
They lack the cultural connection.
See, everything about the faults, the big fault with the Republican Party and conservatives, their policies, I'm cool with. How they convey it to the culture, it's like you guys are missing. It's like conservatives, they want this political representation. They want to keep that. I'm trying to tell you don't get stable political representation unless you have stable cultural representation. You guys are fully culturally naive. And there isn't that. I see with liberalism and the Democrats. See, they've mastered the secret of selling their worldview. Right. They can sell it. Liberalism is an easy sell, and they've done it. And Donald Trump is operating in that arena. He's been in the arena of make believe. Right. In sensationalism. That's his stronghouse. That's his stronghouse. So with the whole reality TV show, things like that, he's seasoned there, man. He knows what to do. He's already been part of that culture. He's already known in it. Now he's just taken the whole primary process and dragged it into his world. Right. It's a reality show for him. Right. See, he knows how to work it, man. So now, Am I the guy who's like, go Trump, you can do it? You're a beacon of conservatism and Republican ideas and stuff like that. I wouldn't go there. But in terms of free market, in terms of promoting entrepreneurship, capitalism, and getting out there and selling the idea, it's like, dude, he's selling it on people. They don't even know what it is that they're buying with republicanism, but they see him, and he's selling it, and that's what conservatives need to learn.
This is the time when people are out there trying to get me and my family, and it's like the people that are the thing that I see too that no one's really, I don't hear anyone talking about, is these guns that are actually causing a lot of the problems, you know, in like Chicago and any of these inner city areas where there's these gangs. They're not buying these guns at the corner gun shop. These guns are coming from their hookups. Mm-hmm. These guns are coming from these drug cartels that are coming up through the southern border. Yeah. They're bringing up coke and heroin and all this stuff from, you know, from South America right through Mexico and Florida or wherever else, and they need guns to protect their stuff. Yeah. And all that stuff is coming up as a package deal with their runners, with their cartels under the tunnels under the ground. Yep. And none of that is being discussed. And nothing's being secured down there, and that's where the problem is.
Man, all that worldview that supports stuff like that it's a self-eating snake. You know, it's like one, you know, with the guns in these hot areas where they have the most gun crimes. You know, they say that if we put more gun control laws on them, we'll be able to control. It's like, look, you're missing the point of criminal activity. Criminals don't care about your laws. They will get them guns. They will use them on each other. That's the whole point. So why would you take guns away from law-abiding citizens so that we can protect ourselves, you know? And but the thing is, and it's just like you said, man, this stuff is basically the horrors that people are so apprehensive about now, still, whether it was 50 years ago or 100 years ago, it is just like it was yesterday. One, because they keep bringing it in our face. It's like, despite how progressive they are, they live in the past a lot. Yeah. You know, and always want to keep us apprehensive about the past. And the strange thing is that all these things that people are still so angry about, whether it's, you know, the gun violence, whether it's being, you know, bitter about, you know, segregation and slavery and oppression and stuff like that, and or the policies that we have to economic distress and stuff like that. It's like all these things that you guys are so nervous about, they were instituted by the Democrat Party. Even when it comes down to their darling, you know, FDR. You know, it's like, look, you guys know that, you know, when we were doing that war, you know, with the Nazis, you know, okay, National Socialistic Germans Worker Party, right? Nazis. They were socialists. So we go to war with them only to come back to implement Social Security, more socialist policies. Do you guys not see where your worldview just keeps coming back to eat itself, and you dragging us along with you? Yeah. You know, the guns, you know, you guys are mad about guns. Well, you know, and you want to make it like it's the NRA that's out there killing everybody. You're more safer at an NRA gun convention than you are in the gun-free zones. Right. You know, NRA was actually arming blacks. You know, it was like, actually, guys, we're going to give you these guns, and we're going to show you how to use them, because because those Democrats have really gone crazy. They became the KKK, and if you try to vote Republican, they're going to kill you. Yeah. You know, they were killing anybody. It was like, you know, which way do you vote? I don't care if you're white or black. You vote Republican, we'll kill you. We'll hang you from a tree. You know, so it's like all those things that it's so strange that a lot of these apprehensions that, you know, the Democrat Party has, doesn't matter what it is, whether it's economics, doesn't matter if it's race, it doesn't matter if it's gender, all these things that they keep trying to push in our face to try to steer everything towards their worldview are the very things, are the real live horrors that they brought about in the first place. They institutionalized this stuff. Now they use it to keep people in lockstep to come to the ballot box. It's amazing, man. It's evil freaking genius is what it is. I mean, I don't say that with any sort of like praise for them. It's just, it's funny and sad at the same time. It really is evil genius. You know, it's freaking
crazy.
satanic is what it is.
Yeah. Wow. So, real quick before we go, who do you see winning the nomination on either side of the party?
Ooh. Yeah, I'm not good at that, man. I'll be straight up with you. You know, for different reasons, the best I could do is say, well, it could be this guy for this reason, could be that. To narrow it down to one, I'm just not good at that.
Yeah, it's changing all the time,
Yeah.
though, isn't it? You know, who knows what can happen in 2 months from now, let alone, you know, how far out the time frame is from when they actually have to pick the nominee.
Yeah.
So I hear you on that one. So, so where can people find you? We know you got Zonation, you got 20 Pound Sledge. Where can people find you guys? Social media, internet, what do you got?
Awesome, man. I got my main website is AlfonZoRachel.com, and I feature my stuff from PJTV.com. As my videos are generated from there, I feed them onto my website. And also, there's 20 Pound Sledge, my band, where I beat on these things. And yeah, that's at 20lbsledge.com. And yeah, you can come out there and rock out with us. Hopefully we'll see you on the road sometime.
Check them out. These guys are good stuff. Thanks for coming out and having us here. We're at your spot. We came out.
Sledge Pit.
Thanks for having us here today, man. We appreciate it, and it was great chatting with you. And next time we're in LA, we'll be right back here again. Hopefully, sat here.
Awesome.
Chopping it up.
Right on.
Right on, man. Thanks.